Hey everyone, how's it going? It's I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with a Pokemon sales data video. Sorry, the hair was all messed up. AC went out in my car, so roll the windows down, and then whoosh, with the wind, I'm about to shower. So, Shining Raichu, first edition PSA 8, sold for $546. So, figure the 9 will sell for $1,000, $1,100. The 10 should be well over $2K at this point. Brock's Ninetales, first edition PSA 9, sold for $125. Then we have a Ho-Oh first edition PSA 9 from Neo Rev, sold for $610. Also from Neo Rev is Entei first edition PSA 9, sold for $531. Shadowless Charizard PSA 8, sold for $2,100. So remember when the other day the Shadowless BGS 9 Charizard only got like 3,100 or something? I was like, what? Or 3,300? That's because, again, one of the subgrades happened to have been a 8.5 below the 9, which throws everyone for a loop. But this was just a Shadowless 8, 2.1 thousand. So I think a Shadowless 9 would be about 4K. Or a BGS 9 where all the subgrades are 9 and above. That would be a little over 4K as well. Misty's Golduck, first edition PSA 9, was listed for $300. Sold for that within like 2 days, I think. So that's moving up as well. Houndoom from Skyridge. I'm going to go over a bunch of Skyridge now because I just got the Charizards from that. So Houndoom, Skyridge, PSA 9, sold for $325. Had a nice little swirl on there as well. We had a Charizard Gold Star PSA 9, sold for $2,075. So you see it shoot up to like 24, 2,500, 23, 22, and now a little bit of a retrace down to just under $2,100. Japanese Blaine's Charizard, PSA 10, sold for $381. Not really going to go over too much Japanese. There's Love Blaine's Charizard. It's like, okay, it's a cool data point. Charmander, base set, first edition PSA 10, sold for $650. And a Squirtle, first edition PSA 10, for $630. The lower cards are not immune to the price hikes. Yes, it starts with the hollows, but those starters, pew, 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 pew. Misty's Gyarados, first edition PSA 10. This was fun. Back like a few days ago, I was like, yeah, 420, me. Other top 4 bids outside of me were 710, 730, 750, and $760 for Misty's Gyarados, first edition PSA 10. That is a record price point for that card. As far as we know, there's been a couple of like 1,000 or best offers. We don't know exactly what those sold for, but clearly when I got mine for 450, 500, 550, I knew that this card was going to move. It still has room to move, I think. The 9s should be about 225, 250 at this point. Wow, this hair is really getting out there. Moving on past that, we have a Dark Blastoise. This is an unlimited Blastoise. I don't normally cover this, but there's a PSA 10, and it didn't have, some cards will have swirl here and swirl here. Again, most of them, they just don't have any swirl, but some of them, they have a swirl. This one had almost like an infinity swirl where it goes like this, but it just kind of was like half of that. It's like 3/4 of an infinity swirl. So it looked really cool. So it sold for $1,100. I think the swirl is definitely part of the reason why. Giovanni's Nidoking. I fell asleep. I was so tired, and you guys know, I think some of you know, when you don't sleep, it ruins everything for you. And I was just like, I can't. I need to. I have so much to do. And there was 2 hours left in the auction. I was like, I'm not staying up. And I'm not going to fuck with my circadian rhythm by sleeping for 80 minutes, waking myself up, and then possibly not being able to go back to sleep again just a bit in that auction. Sadly, all right, so top 4 bids, 405. Me was the third bid with 420. And that was winning when I went to bed. 440, and then the winning bid was $445. Stupid undervalued this card. Stupid undervalued. And again, I just couldn't. I was just like, you know what, the couple of $100 that I would make by buying this card for $500 and then selling it 6 down the months for like $800. Not that I would sell it. I want to keep that card. It's great. But I was just like, not worth it. Sleep. Koga's Ditto first edition PSA 10. Record price point at $301. Giovanni's Machamp first edition PSA 10. I was the fourth bid with $215. Very, very low. Then $350 and $375 and $380 was the winning bid. I think that is a record price point. I don't think $400 has been breached yet for this card. Still has room to go as well, even though that has over 200. I think it has over 200 PSA 10 copies. Someone check me on that. Secret first. Steelix, first edition, BGS 9.5. 9 for the corners, 10 for the centering, 9.5 for everything else. Sold for $196. I was going to bid on this because I thought that was undervalued, but it was an Australian auction, and this Australian dude is just like, if you're outside of Australia, I don't think I can ship. I was like, all right, well, fuck. I can't bid on it. T17, this is raw. So it's a first edition, and I would have given it a 6. Just a lot of scratching on the hollow. The back didn't look too bad, a little bit of edge wear up on the top, but a lot of scratching on the hollow. So again, I would have given it a 6. Sold for $440. Blaine's Charizard, first edition, PSA 10. What did I tell you? When that 4,000 was sent out, someone was going to buy it. They did. $4,000 for that Blaine's Charizard, first edition, PSA 10. That is swell. Also, what I found out this morning was that PWCC, their auction started yesterday. I think it normally starts on Sundays, or does it? I don't know. No, it ends on Sundays. So, started yesterday. I was going. There's a bunch of Charizards up for sale. There's a couple from Skyridge. There's 2 first edition PSA 9 Blaine's Charizards. There's a Shining Mewtwo first edition PSA 10. I was winning with a $1,000 bid until like 10 minutes ago. Now I'm outbid. That is it. All right, guys. I love you all. I'm off. I've so much shit to do. I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Oh, also, Patreon. You don't have like anything that I do that I would do. Any normal person like YouTuber that say, you know what, I'm going to save that for Patreon. That's really specialized. I'm just not going to do that for Patreon. Like, Patreon's just going to be there if you just want to support the channel. Just do a lot of research. I do all this data analysis and crazy math, really for free. So again, if you just want like $1 a month, whatever it is, totally helps. Shameless plug right there. Okay. Help me afford a haircut. Help me afford gel. Oh, God, I need gel. Okay, all right. I got to go. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.